Welcome everybody to a special late evening edition of the 5-5 Garage. Of course, I'm Randy, and tonight we will be talking about upgrading headlight bulbs, and I'll show you what I've done to my 2010 Mazdaspeed 3. So, if you've been following the channel, you know recently I have made some modifications to my 2010 Mazdaspeed 3. I added a front mount intercooler from CX Racing. I added an electronic boost control solenoid from James Barone Racing, and while I had the car apart, I went ahead and changed out the headlights to a nicer model. Instead of having the full chrome reflector, I got the one that are blacked out. It looks really sweet on the car. So when I replaced the headlights, I decided that I was going to go ahead and upgrade the bulbs. Now my car is a tech package, but in 2010 they did not come with the HIDs, so I have the halogens with the projectors. And what I wanted to do was replace those bulbs with a set of LED bulbs from Auxbeam. So when you order a set of P10 bulbs, they come in a box like this, and they arrive in a nice foam cutout where your bulbs sit. I just took this one out, and there's also underneath here the instructions for installing the bulbs and adjusting your headlights properly. All in all, I am really pleased with the packaging. I was kind of worried. Sometimes you get bulbs and they just come in a box that have been rattling around or everything, but these came very nicely packaged, and I will leave links down in the description to Amazon where I got these bulbs from, so you can get a set of your own. Now, before we get started, I want to show you the differences between a standard halogen bulb and the bulb that you get from Auxbeam. The Mazdaspeed 3 uses H11 halogen bulbs, and as you can see, this is an H11. It says so on the back. Now, this is the bulb that is used for not only the high beams, it's used for the low beams, and it's used for the fog lights. And while these do put out decent light, after I made the modification to my Trailblazer where I switched that out for LED bulbs, I found that the halogen bulbs in my Speed 3 were a little bit lacking. So when I had the opportunity to change the headlights out of the car, I decided to go ahead and change the bulbs as well. And I decided to swap them out for these, and this is the P10 bulb from Auxbeam. It is an H11 bulb replacement, and the cool thing is, it is exactly the same size as the H11 bulb that it is replacing. Sometimes when you get LED bulbs, they are much larger in size than the bulb that you're replacing, and sometimes that causes issues for installation. But with these, as you can see, they're the same size, so I shouldn't have any issues swapping out the old halogen bulbs with these. One of the issues when you switch to LED bulbs from a halogen is the reflector, and most reflectors are designed to either spread light up and down or to the sides. And when you use an LED bulb, you had to kind of manipulate them in the housing to try to get them to shine light properly. One of the advantages of these bulbs is this housing can actually turn. You push down on it and you can actually rotate the base in order to get the headlight to shine properly for your headlight housing. So all you gotta do is just plug these in. There's really not a lot of hassle to them. I've taken some before pictures with the halogen bulbs in my Speed 3 in the new headlight housings, and I'm going to install these and then take after pictures so you guys can see the difference between the halogen bulbs and the LED bulbs. So it's pretty dark outside right now. I got the car pulled up to the edge of the driveway. I am going to go ahead and change these around really quick and then take some pictures, and then I will let you guys know the results. Okay, installation is really simple. Just remove the stock H11 bulb, which is this one, and take your new one, and it's a tight fit, but you can get your hands in there, get it in place, turn it to lock, and then connect it together. I don't know if it shows up well, but the Auxbeam bulbs even come with the proper positive and negative markings on the bulb, so you can make sure it matches up. And then get it back in there, turn it, and get it into place. And there you go. Installation's pretty simple. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Right, installation was pretty simple. I'm gonna have comparison shots in this video as well. I'm gonna have them on my website. What I can tell you right now is the LED bulbs have a much brighter luminance. I believe these are the 6500K bulbs. The light is a very crisp, bright white light. And as you can see in the comparison shots, the light is just much clearer. I have a clearly defined cutoff. And I have not adjusted any of the headlight settings. They are at the same adjustment settings that the halogens were. It is pretty dark here, and I am eager to drive around and test these lights out. I am going to mount my GoPro in the car and try to get some footage of driving around with these lights so you guys can get an idea of what they look like. As I said earlier, I will have all links down into the description for these lights. I want to thank Auxbeam once again for sponsoring this video and sending me these lights to try out on my car. I am very pleased with them right now. I will probably be even more pleased after I get back from driving with them for a bit. So I just want to once again say thank you to Auxbeam for making this possible. So hopefully you guys learned something today. If you did, make sure to leave me one of these on the video. As well, make sure to click that subscribe button. I have more videos coming and you guys are not going to want to miss those when they drop. So, in closing, I am going to take the car for a spin. I'm going to record some footage for you guys so you can see it. And I'm going to get out of these lights with all these bugs. And I will see you guys on the next one.